And a very good evening, everybody. I'm John Cole. Basketball Coyotes were trying to get the state, but that will not happen this year. They were cooled off by Mandan 77-60 in a game they had to have a loser-out contest, a win, and they would have had a shot to get the state tomorrow, but that is not what happened. Braves came out on fire, getting off to a 12-3 run and never looked back. Coyotes came out ice cold. They ran into foul problems, and in the early going, they could get nothing to fall. And, of course, the Braves were on fire. Ruston Middlewall had a big game for them and their biggest game of the year. Ironically enough, they had dropped 5 in a row, and that came, loss number 1 came to Williston at the Jackson Fieldhouse. So ironic that they were here. They are meeting, and both clubs have to win at the WDA. Malachi Sheik, 7th. A good outing for him. He had 17, Coyote senior. They did a nice job on Isaiah St. Romain. He averages 22 a game. They held him to 11. Early on, he couldn't get anything to fall either. So Williston goes 7-16 this year. Of course, they ripped off 5 in a row. Got a lot of basketball folks in Williston very, very excited, but they could not win 2 and get on to state. But certainly an improvement. They got to the WDA, and things are getting better. That is for certain. Now, elsewhere, Bismarck beat Belcourt in a heck of a game, 80-79, so Bismarck's still alive. At the half, Century is beating Legacy, 48-31. Later on tonight, Minot and Jamestown. Now on to college. The Lady Tetons will take on Miles Community on Saturday at 5 p.m. in the semifinals of Region 13 in Wahpeton. So what do they have to do to win?
We're going to have to really lock down on defense, especially on their shooters. They have 2 really good shooters, and I think if we can just close out properly and help with second rotators when the first rotator comes to help, then we can win. I think defense is really just the main key.
They did beat you once.
Yep, and that's because when we watched film, our closeouts and our defense, it just wasn't there. We just weren't really focused, but I think this next time that we know what we need to do, and it'll be different.
Well, we have to limit the three-point shots from Becky. She's a really good shooter. She led the conference in three-point shooting. You got to stay on her because she can stroke it. And then they got a left-handed post player, about 6'2", from New Zealand, that is very, very good. She's been putting up big numbers, and we got to stop her inside game. But then just play our game. We need to play hard and play defense and rebound and let the chips fall where they may. I mean, we've had a really good game against them the first 2 times, and then this last time over at Miles, we didn't play very well, and they got us. So anybody can beat anybody in this league. As I think all the lower seeds won yesterday, so you just never know.
And you're very close. I mean, you're very close to something good happening, but you got to take out Miles first.
Yeah, for sure, and you can't look ahead in this league. Miles is a very good team, and of course, Coach Bolstead, Jen, I've known her since she's a high school kid, and she's doing a really nice job with her kids, and they run a lot of good stuff, and it's just, I think it's going to be a real close game.
All right, now the Teton men will take on Science. What do they have to do to win?
We're going to have to make a lot of the adjustments that coaches showed to us in film, and we're just going to have to play our hearts out. We can't leave anything on the floor.
Got to try to come out right away and shut them down. Can't let them go on a long run.
Yeah, a lot of our losses this season have come from a slow start and picking up in the second half. As long as we can pick it up the way we normally do in the second half for the entire game, I think we have a good shot of winning.
All right, that contest 3 p.m., the gals at 5. Let's take a timeout.